You crack through the membrane of your birthing pod on some backwater moon your clan uses as a nursery, and right away something feels different about you. While the regular Yautja pups around you are squealing their first hunter's trill, yours comes out deeper, more guttural, almost feral. Your mother takes one look at your darker skin, your slightly elongated face, and those swept-back dreads already forming on your tiny head, and she knows exactly what you are, a super predator. A berserker breed. Congratulations, you're basically the problem child before you've even taken your first step. The elders don't exactly throw a party when they see you. You and the other super predator younglings get separated from the regular pups faster than you can say blood feud. They put you in special training grounds where the rules are more suggestions than actual rules. While those jungle hunter kids are learning about honor codes and fair combat, you're being taught that winning is everything and style points count double. Your first hunt simulation at age 5 goes exactly how you'd expect. They release a captured animal into the training arena, some kind of space boar with tusks that could open a can of whoop-ass on most younglings. The regular Yautja kids are taught to give it a sporting chance, maybe let it see them coming. Not you. You drop from the ceiling, land on its back, and sink your developing wrist blades straight into its spine before it even knows dinner's been cancelled permanently. The trainer nods approvingly while the traditional instructors shake their heads. You're already living up to your subspecies reputation. Training gets more intense as you grow. By the time you hit your teenage years, you're 7 feet of pure muscle and bad attitude. Your skin's gotten darker, more reptilian, with scales that would make a crocodile jealous. Your face has elongated into what the regular Yautja call a snout behind your back, though nobody's brave enough to say it to your face. You and your 2 best buddies form a hunting pack because super predators always roll in threes. Call it tradition, call it strategy, or just call it having backup when things get spicy. The tech training is where things get really interesting. While those honor-bound jungle hunters are learning to use dual wrist blades and standard plasma casters, you get the upgraded stuff. Single blade, sure, but it's longer, meaner, and can be fired like a projectile when you really want to ruin someone's day. Your plasma caster isn't just a gun, it's a Gatling-style beast that charges up for devastating shots. Oh, and they hand you a couple of Hell-Hounds to train. These aren't your average space puppies. They're tracking beasts with teeth that could chew through ship hulls and a loyalty that only extends to whoever feeds them last. Your biohelmet gets fitted when you turn 15, and this bad boy isn't your grandpa's mask. The vision modes are insane. Not only can you see heat signatures and electromagnetic fields, but you've got pulse detection that lets you track a heartbeat through solid rock. The helmet's also got vocal mimicry built in, perfect for those moments when you want to mess with your prey's head before you take it as a trophy. Your particular mask gets adorned with the jawbone of your first solo kill, a massive creature from your homeworld that definitely didn't see you coming. Fashion statement and intimidation factor all rolled into one. At 20, you're ready for the real action. The elders assign you to a game-preserve planet, and this is where the fun really begins. See, your clan doesn't believe in traveling to different worlds for each hunt. Too much work. Instead, you kidnap the most dangerous specimens from across the galaxy and dump them on your own personal hunting playground. Home field advantage, every single time. Your first group includes some serious contenders. Warriors, killers, survivors from a dozen different species. You and your pack brothers spend days setting up the hunt. One of you handles the Hell-Hounds, another scouts from above with mechanical falcon drones that would make a military surveillance team weep with envy. And you're the muscle, the leader, the one they call when subtlety has left the building. The hunt starts with psychological warfare. You use your vocal mimicry to copy the voice of one of the prey, making him call for help after he's already dead. You watch from your cloaked position as his allies debate whether to help or run. When they finally decide to run, you've already set up traps along their escape route. This isn't about honor. This is about dominance. Years pass, and your reputation grows. Other super predator clans hear about your success rate. You've collected trophies from species most Yautja only see in archives. Your hunting camp looks more like a museum of violence. Skulls, spines, weapons from fallen warriors, all displayed with the care of an artist who really enjoys their work. But here's where things get complicated. Remember that blood feud with the jungle hunter clan? Well, it's not just philosophical differences. Those traditional Yautja think you're corrupting the ancient ways. that your methods are beneath a true hunter. You think they're stuck in the past with their precious codes while you're evolving the art of the hunt. This disagreement occasionally explodes into full-blown combat when you cross paths. One day, you capture a jungle hunter who wandered too close to your preserve. Instead of giving him an honorable death, you string him up on a totem in your camp. He's still alive, a living insult to his entire clan. You feed him just enough to keep him breathing, a trophy that screams instead of staying silent on your wall. Your pack brothers think it's hilarious. The prisoner, not so much. Your 30s bring new challenges. The prey gets smarter, more organized. Some groups actually start working together, sharing information about your tactics. One human you're hunting turns out to be military trained, and suddenly your hunt becomes a real challenge. He sets counter traps, uses mud to hide his heat signature, and actually manages to wound one of your pack brothers with improvised weapons. The thrill is intoxicating. You adapt by getting even more ruthless. Why fight fair when you can fight smart? You start using bait tactics, leaving wounded prey alive but immobile to draw out their allies. Your Hell-Hounds get trained to drive targets into killing zones. Your falcon drone gets upgraded with targeting systems that can paint multiple enemies at once. You're not just a hunter anymore. You're a one-predator army with a really bad attitude. Romance isn't really your thing, but breeding season demands participation. Female super predators are just as aggressive as the males, and courtship basically involves proving you can survive their affection. Your first attempt at mating ends with 3 broken ribs and a dislocated shoulder. She considers this foreplay. The second attempt goes better, meaning you only need minor medical attention afterward. Eventually, you succeed. And somewhere out there, your genetic legacy continues. You'll never meet your offspring, of course. That's what the nursery moons are for. By 40, you're considered a veteran, though in super predator years, you're just hitting your prime. Your preserve has become legendary among your kind, a perfect hunting ground where the prey never stops coming and the challenge never really ends. You've modified your equipment so many times that the tech barely resembles standard issue anymore. Your plasma caster has enough firepower to punch through vehicle armor. Your wristblade has serrated edges that would make a chainsaw feel inadequate. Even your cloak has been modified to last longer and bend light more effectively. Then comes the day that changes everything. A group of prey, unlike any you've hunted before, arrives on your preserve. They're organized from the start, skilled, and worst of all, unpredictable. One of them figures out how to use your own equipment against you. Another discovers your trophy camp and frees that jungle hunter you've been keeping as a lawn ornament. Suddenly, you're not just hunting. You're in an all-out war. The battle is glorious and terrible. Your pack brother with the Hell-Hounds gets taken out by explosives. Your other brother falls in single combat with a blade-wielding warrior who shouldn't have lasted 10 seconds but somehow matches him strike for strike. Now it's just you, and your prey has gotten bold. You manage to recapture the jungle hunter and challenge him to combat, not because of honor, but because you want to prove your superiority once and for all. The fight is brutal. He's weak from captivity, but still dangerous. You're stronger, better equipped, but he knows all the traditional moves you've spent years learning to counter. In the end, you win, taking his head as your greatest trophy yet. But the victory celebration gets cut short when you realize the last remaining prey has gotten to your ship. You remote detonate it because if you can't leave, neither can he. The explosion is beautiful, really brings out the color of the sunset. You track him back to your camp where he's trying to protect another survivor. This should be easy pickings. You power up your plasma caster, ready to end this hunt in spectacular fashion. The prey looks exhausted, defeated. You savor the moment, letting the weapon charge to maximum power. This will be a kill worth remembering. You can already imagine the skull on your wall, the new jawbone for your mask. Maybe you'll even keep a recording of his final words. That's when he lights himself on fire and charges straight at you with a bone axe. Wait, what? Nobody mentioned anything about tactical self-immolation in the hunting manual. Through the flames and smoke, you can barely track his heartbeat, and suddenly that upgraded vision mode isn't helping much when your target has become a human torch. The axe comes down, and your last thought before everything goes dark is that maybe, just maybe, those jungle hunters had a point about giving prey a sporting chance. Actually, no. Scratch that. Your last thought is wondering if your Hell-Hounds remembered to use the automatic feeder you installed, because those things get really cranky when they're hungry, and the last guy who forgot to feed them ended up as a chew toy. Actually, never mind. That's not your problem anymore.